You've got a training portal full of videos nobody watches. People click through, they pick A for every answer, and then they forget everything 5 minutes later. And if your goal is to just tick a compliance box, you're good. But if you actually want people to stop clicking phishing emails or reporting weird emails, this approach just isn't working. Today, we're fixing that by building a program that doesn't treat a CFO the same way we treat a software engineer. So think about a place like Precision Components. It's a fictional mid-sized machine shop in Texas. They make metal parts for cars and aerospace stuff. Sounds boring, right? Not to threat actors. Their finance team handles wire transfers. Their engineering team holds blueprints for jet engines. The risks aren't the same. And right now, most security teams dump a generic "don't fish" video on everyone. Engineers roll their eyes because they never get phished. The finance folks tune out because the video doesn't mention vendor fraud or changing bank details. So when Precision Components sends out this generic trash, nobody learns anything. They just wait for the quiz to end. The result? It's a culture where security feels like IT's nagging them instead of a shared business responsibility. So here's our fix. We're going to stop treating everyone the same. Chapter 8 of Cyber Risk is a Myth makes it clear. You need a role-based approach. This means you look at what a specific department does, find the risks that actually hurt them, and then build training around those specific scenarios. And it's not about more content. It's about relevant content. You aren't trying to make everyone a cybersecurity expert. You're trying to make a finance manager an expert at spotting faked invoices and a machinist an expert at protecting proprietary designs. Now, if you want more about why this matters, check out Cyber Risk is a Myth, but you've got everything you need right here. We're using the role-based risk awareness program template to do the heavy lifting. So grab the template. We're going to fill it out for the finance team at our example company, Precision Components. I'll show you exactly what goes where. So, I'm going to scroll down a little bit past the introductions and instructions, go to our audience analysis. Most people could skip this and guess. Don't guess. Be specific. For the function, we're going to put in finance and accounting. You'll notice I'm copying and pasting text. It's going to be finance and accounting. I will bold that. All right. So their current risk level. Under their current risk level, let's go with medium. All right. So I'll go ahead and put that in. So they know the basics, but they might miss the nuanced attacks. So now we want to list the function-specific risk exposures, and this is where you get real. We aren't going to just write phishing. We're going to say, okay, so what are some things that they could face? Well, it's in here. First one that they could face, business email compromise targeting vendor payment changes. That's one. Let's put in another one too. So our second one we're going to put in is going to be invoice fraud mimicking regional automotive suppliers. So next, let's talk about their key business processes. What do they actually do all day in finance and accounting, right? Well, they do a few things. I'm going to say that our fictional company has an accounts payable workflow, and they probably do a little bit more. They probably do vendor onboarding and verification. So let's talk about motivators next. Like, what would actually keep them up at night? Well, for this, it's going to be accuracy and speed of reporting. Let's go ahead and put that one in. Speed of processing, I should say. But I think there's something else that would motivate them too. If you really think about it, if you think about folks who work in accounting, they're going to be concerned about avoiding audit findings. Again, anytime you can frame security as helping them to avoid audits, we're going to win. So we're going to scroll down a bit here. We're going to go down to section 2, the learning objectives. And we're going to stop writing trash like understanding phishing, because that's useless. We're going to write a behavioral objective. So I'll copy and paste this in here. So for the behavioral objective, participants will independently verify any request to change vendor banking details through a pre-established out-of-band channel before processing payment. You see the difference? That's an action. That's not some vague concept. Let's move down to section 3 now, the content development. And here's where we're going to put in the key scenarios. Under role-based specific scenarios, we're going to type in an exact situation that could come up for somebody there. Paste that in. So, a vendor representative sends an urgent email claiming their bank account changed due to system migration, attaching a new W-9 form. That's a tax form. Now, the email address domain is slightly off, like precisionpartssupply.com instead of precision parts. This isn't hypothetical. This is how the threat actors hit manufacturing firms. We're also going to connect it to the business context immediately. So let's go down to our business context section here. In how this connects to a business objective. So what I've said here is fraudulent payments directly impact the bottom line and can trigger liquidity issues, threatening the company's ability to meet payroll or order raw materials. So when they see their job depends on this, they're going to listen. So next we're going to move down to our delivery approach. Don't schedule a 2-hour lunch session, please. That's a recipe for failure. So we're going to choose for our timing consideration, we're just going to put in integration with business calendar and cycle. And honestly, I think that the best time that we could do this is going to be right before their fiscal year-end budget planning, because that's when they're already thinking about vendors and money. Right, let's go down to our measurement plan, section 5. So we want to stop counting quiz scores and we want to count behavior. So under success indicators, we're going to add in a couple of them. So I'll copy this first one in. So our first one is going to be 20% increase in reported suspicious vendor emails. Well, I think we could go with another one there too, just to really lock this in. So we're also going to say 0 confirmed incidents of fraudulent wire transfers within 6 months. If they're reporting more scams, it means that they're looking harder. So look what we have now. We didn't just dump some PDF on the finance team. We're building a game plan for their specific job. We've linked their daily work to the real threats that they face, and we set a metric that proves they're getting better, not just smarter. So when we roll this out, the message is clear. We care about your workflow, and we want to help you protect it. That's how we turn a compliance checkbox into actual safety. So stop guessing what your employees need, start mapping their risks to their roles, and watch the behavior change happen.